I want to speak this morning about energy and how it is a support for letting go on the path. Everything that we do requires energy to do it. And there are qualities of energy that are supportive and qualities of energy that are not supportive. And the energy that we bring is going to be able to support us with the efforts that we make. So when we have an energy that's balanced, it's not too intense, it's not too slack, and it enables us to engage with what it is that we want to do. And so whether we're focusing on concentration or whether we're focusing on generosity, whether we're focusing on living a life of integrity, when we bring a balanced energy to that, then it gives us the ability to stay focused with what it is that we're wanting to do and to accomplish it. So let's just think about what a balanced energy might look like. A balanced energy has the interest and the ability, the capacity to stay engaged. It's not fraught or tense or anxious. It's not too slack. It's not too sluggish. It's not dull. And this balanced energy gives us the ability to stay with the efforts that we make. Now, classically, the efforts that we make are the efforts to cultivate wholesome qualities, the efforts to cultivate all of the virtues that support us letting go, the efforts to cultivate the muscles of the mind that help us to focus, the efforts to live with integrity, the efforts to live with generosity, the effort to let go of what doesn't serve. That's the first effort, the effort to cultivate wholesome qualities. The second effort is the effort to cultivate, to maintain wholesome qualities that we already have. And so some of us are really adept at certain components of the path. We're really great at generosity, or we've got tremendous skill in the area of patience. And to continue to cultivate or to develop the virtues that we already have is another effort. A third effort is to let go of qualities of mind that do not serve us. This is the stuff that gets us all muddled or tangled, the things where we experience confusion. To let go of the qualities of mind that do not serve us. To let go of our fears. To let go of what makes us agitated. And the fourth kind of effort is to pay attention so that we can prevent the stuff that is destabilizing, dysregulating, upsetting from arising in the future. So, one of my friends was talking about how she had a panic attack with the news results of this most recent presidential election. And the panic attack was so strong, she hadn't had a panic attack like that since she was in her 20s. And I don't know exactly her age, but I'm guessing early 60s. So many, many years ago. And so her wise response to that information was to be very careful about when she watched the news and to be very careful about what kind of topics she discussed in her home. So in that personal situation, an anxiety response was prevented from arising in the future by a lot of care about the kind of information that she exposed herself to and the kinds of conversations that she was involved in. That is tremendously skillful to do that. So these 4 efforts are supported with either a balanced energy or an imbalanced energy, a striving, a kind of manic, tense energy, which is imbalanced, or a balanced energy, which brings clarity to focus about what it is that we want to do, and then just shows up in a way that is most supportive. Now, there's another kind of energy that sometimes we can experience when our minds are open in a very open and spacious way. And there's a kind of effortless effort. There's an energy that almost feels effortless. And this is not so much the effort of striving, of willfulness, of intention. It's more the effort that comes from relaxing into the qualities of mind that are open and pervasive and timeless and spacious. The effort that is needed in that is not an effort of doing, but an effort of resting, of allowing, of opening, it's the effort that comes just with being present. And so one of the challenges, or one of the shadow sides of all of these different kinds of effort, is that we can get so focused on doing that we can forget that sometimes what is just needed is relaxation and resting into being. And so even in something as critical as energy or as effort, there can be a shadow component to it, where we forget that the main purpose of the energy that we make is to come to a place where we can rest in an awareness that is open and spacious and pervasive, where there isn't a sense of struggle or trying to get something or trying to get rid of something. And that is the energy that's needed at that time, is the energy of rest, the energy of presence, the energy of openness, the energy of being fully here, right now. And that too is an energy that we can know and that we can cultivate. So part of what is necessary as we cultivate energy and all of these different kinds of right efforts is to know what's useful at any particular point in time. So a useful mantra to cultivate, no matter where we are on the path, is what's our experience, how are we relating to it, and what is the appropriate response? What's our experience right now? Am I dealing with wholesome things? Am I dealing with unwholesome things? How am I relating to it? Is there ease? Is there grasping? Is there wanting something to be different? What's the right response? Well, usually for me, when there's grasping, that's a good opportunity to look at that, notice it, and let go. When I'm dull, it's an opportunity to look and see why. How can I pay attention differently? When I'm open and spacious, there isn't anything to do. Sometimes there's just the need to rest. So this abiding mantra, what's happening? How am I relating to it? And what's the appropriate response? Can help us discern where do we need to focus our attention? And how can we pay attention in a way that is most skillful?